Welcome to greencardguys.tv. You need to know this. Do not give up on your legal status. Many people fail to respond to RFE or file an application before the deadline. This is why we offer a strategy session for 15 minutes at no cost to you. Not everyone qualifies. First, you need to speak with our CARES team. We receive many requests, so we recommend you answer a few questions on our website, greencardguys.com. Our mission is to help people live and work in America legally. Go ahead and subscribe below and follow and share. Talk to you soon. How are y'all doing? Good afternoon or good morning. It is 11:40 a.m. Central Time. 11:40 a.m. Central Time. Trying to see how to rearrange this right here. Okay. All right. So if you have any questions, you're welcome to drop it down in the comment section. Okay. If you want to join a live show, you're welcome to do that, but you have to be respectful. You have to know that when I go live, you're not the only one that's in the live show that has a question. So I will get to you. I try my best to get to you. If I don't, it's just because you joined late to the show. All right. So, and if you don't know me, my name is John Ting. I practice immigration law in the United States to help you secure legal status to live and work in America legally because the government doesn't care. Tell me when a government official cared about your legal status, about your case. Tell me when an elected official, like a politician, told you that they cared about your case. They don't give a flip, okay? I'm trying to keep this PG today. We'll see. All right. But here's the deal. This is why I go live as many days as possible. Take advantage of this time, of my time, your time. Ask a question down below. I know many of y'all end up joining a live show or ask me a question. They're like, oh, John, I've been watching and listening for like 6 months and now I'm asking a question. Look, y'all, don't feel bad to ask. It's all good. I'm here to help you out. And there's no obligation to contact us, like call us, none of that nature. But if you feel stuck, if you want peace of mind, then you should call us. You should schedule a meeting, okay? And I'm gonna share some examples, a lot of different insights. What's up, tumbleweeds? Good morning to you. I'm doing good. You know why I'm doing good? I'm doing good, even better, because we got a case approved yesterday. Adjustment of status, AOS marriage case approval. Of course, we also accept other cases when your case is delayed, denied. We help out with that too. For mandamus lawsuit, we also help with the L visa, O visa, all the non-immigrant visas, okay? So if you ever wonder, though, if green card guys, we can accept your case or not, you're welcome to contact my team, okay? And schedule one of these, pre-qualify session. Okay, there we go. That will look better for y'all. All right, so until I get some questions, I'll just keep sharing with y'all some problems, okay? There's at least four scenarios where you need to contact my team. Number one, even if you don't have a lawyer, or even if you do have a lawyer, you contact your lawyer and your attorney and they haven't talked to you in like 2 weeks. They haven't called you back, which would be pretty bad in these four scenarios, okay? Number one, request for evidence. If you get a request for evidence, you have 87 days to reply. And some of you might be actually looking for a lawyer, like, oh, shoot, who would I contact? Look, if you're on the live show now, it'd be our distinct pleasure to assist you. Go ahead and click follow, subscribe, and click the bell for future notifications when I go live, because if you don't do that, you might forget that I even exist, okay? Right? So you have limited time. So by the time you find an attorney, you could have lost already 30 days. And some of the things you might need to get is maybe from your country. And whatever record you need to get from your country, that by itself could take another 30 days. It's not necessarily so quick. The second scenario is kind of similar in a way, but even more difficult in a sense because the timing is less. That's called notice of intent to deny, NOID, N-O-I-D. You have 30 days or less to reply. That's essentially the government agency, USCIS, saying they don't believe you. They don't believe that you are eligible, but they're going to give you a sliver of a chance. Relevant evidence. Now, some of y'all think in a marriage case, for example, that, oh, let's flood them with a bunch of photos. And lately, we've had clients bring their photo album to the interview, and that bring the photo album to the interview is fine, okay? But don't give them like 20, 50 photos in the initial filing. They don't necessarily care about that, okay? That's not gonna move it forward for approval necessarily. All right, so the third scenario is if your case gets denied, okay? Not every case we can accept or help when it's denied. It depends on the situation. Sometimes when USCIS denies people, they don't even give a reason. All they say is all the legal language, mumbo jumbo language, and they say you're not eligible. But it's like, okay, well, which of these evidence are you? Which of these legal requirements are you saying that you weren't eligible? They don't tell you. Many times they just keep it the default language in their template letter. It's very frustrating. And then the fourth scenario is if your case is delayed. And I'm not saying like, oh, you filed your case last month, you filed your case 2 months ago. I'm not talking about that kind of situation. All right. If your case is unreasonably delayed, now you might not know what that means in terms of timing on your case, and that's okay. Ask me during the live show. I'll tell you. You call my team, they'll tell you. We have a chart that we follow. We try our best not to deviate from that chart. The only times we may deviate is when y'all want to file sooner, and we tell you, okay, if you file sooner than this, you might get a motion to dismiss by a U.S. attorney. But if you want to try it, let's go for it. Okay. So those are at least the 4 scenarios. You definitely need to contact my team. Now we got Marie on YouTube asked, explain regarding case closed administration in 2014. You got a BFL in 2025. BFL, you mean like bona fide letter waiting for a work permit? I don't know what kind of case did you file. Did you file like I-360? Sometimes people mention BF, meaning like bona fide determination, bona fide letter, or U visa. And then when you say case closed administration, are you referring to a court case, like immigration court? Okay, U visa, that makes sense. So you're waiting for your work permit. Okay. So even with U visa, technically you don't need to get your court case dismissed or terminated, but it can be helpful. Sorry, you're gonna see my armpits. There we go. How are y'all doing today? Is it Friday? TGIF. All right, I'm losing track of my days here. Great news. We just filed some adjustment of status cases last month, and like we received several interview notices here at the office 1 month later, and then actual interview will be in mid-June, for example. So if you're put the number 0 in the chat box if you are considering to file immigration benefit application, whether for yourself, for your sponsor, or your sponsor is filing for you, or you're the sponsor filing for your spouse or family member. Put it in the chat, number 0, if you haven't filed it, but you want to. You've thought about it. Or maybe you're hesitating. Put the number 0 so I have an idea what to share, because I'm recording videos for y'all in all different scenarios every day, and my team is like, double it up, John. So I'm trying my best here, y'all. Tumbleweeds, I think your next visa was issued for you to come with your grandma in 2002? Does that affect AOS? If you got a visa issued before? No, it doesn't affect you. What it could affect is you entered before and you overstay visa and then you left, then that's a bar. That's an unlawful presence bar. Okay, don't be shy. If you have any questions that you think might be some back and forth, even for like 2 minutes, join, you're welcome to join. Okay. If you're on YouTube and Facebook, you got to email in for the link. All right. Thank you so much for your questions. Okay, we got Saima on YouTube. Your parents had a 10-year bar due to overstaying visitor visa, but they waited the whole 10 years. And they just traveled to visit India and returning soon. Okay. Hmm. But what do you mean just traveled? Are they waited 10 years outside America, or so they just traveled to visit India. So they were in America and just until like recently, but are scared to come back due to immigration check at airport where they bring up the 10-year bar. Or oh, okay. You're saying that they took care of it. So now they have the green card now. They used to have the 10-year bar and now they have the green card. They shouldn't bring that up because it sounds like it's been resolved for your parents. Um, and this is an interesting, I guess, a good topic about travel. Not returning back to the United States of America, especially when you have resident status, deciding to not return back is a bad idea when you have resident status. Even with whatever's going on at the airports, I don't I don't anticipate the extra scrutiny of questions is done by every single customs officer. And if it happens, it happens. Y'all gotta be ready. I'm not saying like be ready, like throw your arms up, I'm not saying that. But like you have to understand, I know I don't like Trump, I don't like the orange guy either, okay? But you have to understand customs perspective. And when you understand the government official's perspective, then you can appreciate it a little bit more. Now, I'm not trying to say you got to be MAGA or something, okay? But if you understand that, and maybe I'm just making a bad assumption, but I'm assuming that they're asking these stupid questions, these ridiculous questions like, why were you in India so long? Why did you go to India? Okay, they want to know, as far as I understand, if you had any kind of terrorist activity, had connections with people that have terrorist activity. Okay, and then after those questions, it's for most people, it's good to go. They just let you pass, right? So you went back to India to visit family, or I think you may put like your grandma, maybe your grandparents. So that's an example. You just have to understand the perspective. I'm not saying you got to be MAGA to understand. Um, I see a lot of questions. Thank you so much. Oh, grandma was tumbleweed situation. I'm mixing y'all situation together. We got I see someone on TikTok wants to join live, a couple people, so I will get you on soon. Uh, someone named me on YouTube. You put a number 0. You're hesitating. Your spouse needs a 601A. So I'm assuming maybe you got the petition approved then. The username me is a petition approved at least. So here's the deal. Like I literally just talked to my team about this. Like we have a lot of people who are in what we call the prep stage for waiver. The petition is already approved, and I believe a lot of people has been. It kind of got delayed for a couple people because they were depending on the Biden pro marriage pro in place. But that shit's long gone. Okay, it's not PG anymore. That shit's long gone, y'all. The federal court in Texas got rid of that. The Eastern District of Texas Court got rid of that in November. It is now almost June. Half a year has passed. So we are emailing every single client today who are in the prep waiver. And if you are one of them, y'all got to get your shit together. Okay? Seriously. If the petition is approved, you got to move it to the next stage. Okay? Because if you don't file anything, what's going on now? The status quo. Nothing is in your favor if you don't move forward anyway. So you got to move forward. Okay? I know I have some concerns about cases for consular processing, but you need to file something because the waiver 601A, let me pull it up for y'all. Bum, 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 dun, dun. 36 months for the waiver 601A. Okay. So, oh, me, username me on YouTube, nothing filed or approved now yet. Well, then, okay, me, then you got to file a petition. Okay. I record a video about this. I record almost a video about the same topic every other day. If you're wondering, like, why would I file now? Whatever's going on with ICE, I don't, you don't want to deal with it. Okay. It's not up to you anyway, right? It's up to the discretion of ICE if they're going to come pick up or not. The thing is, when you get referred to court and you present yourself with or without an attorney in front of a judge, the judge will essentially ask you, especially if will ask you, what you're applying for. And you might be like, what do you mean apply for what? Like, I'm just here. Oh, if you say something like that, oh boy, the judge will be like, WTF, have you talked to an attorney? So, and then they ask you maybe like, okay, well, let me walk you through a couple questions, which I'm very surprised. Some judges are very kind to ask some questions that we would handle in the consultation. We call it strategy session. Okay, like, are you married to a U.S. citizen? Are you married to a resident holder? And then let's say it comes out and he's like, oh yeah, judge, I'm married to a U.S. citizen. And the judge is like, for how long? And maybe you say 5+ years, whatever the number of years, right? It wasn't recent. And the judge can be like, have you filed a petition? Have you done anything? And that's when a judge will realize, who do I, out of like the 10,000 cases they may have, out of all the people, who are they going to give a little bit more lenience to? Okay. They're likely to give a little bit more lenience to people who have taken action on their case to do the next step. Okay. So that kind of gives you an idea. Plus, these cases take a hell of a long time. Look, y'all, I don't know. Am I the only attorney? Let me know in the comments. Hey, Yindi, am I the only attorney that does this shit? Look, PG, I'm sorry. If you got kids next to you, let me know. The petition only. If you're not eligible for 485 or you have a court case so you can't file 485 yet, petition only is 17 months. Fortunately, in our experience so far, thank you, join my fan club on TikTok. Fortunately, for our clients, it has not been 17 months, not that long. But you got to get moving. Thank you, Mr. P Funk. Thank you. There's a lot of great attorneys out there. I just try to dedicate at least 30 minutes every day if possible to go live, share some insights like yesterday's case, yesterday's adjustment status case. I'm sitting down, but if I was standing up, dance. Got approved on the spot. The last couple weeks, approved on the spot. Okay. Hey, Indy, you got approved. That's right. I have weird memory. Your attorney is Asma, right? Congrats to Yendi on TikTok. That's amazing. Did you get approved on the spot also? So it's rare, by the way. It's really rare that an officer would tell you on the spot. So it's kind of confusing, right? So, so in a way, I would say don't hesitate to apply if you're eligible. Now, look, if you're not eligible or you're not sure, then definitely contact an attorney to verify. And by the way, if you talk to an attorney, please make sure they focus on immigration law. For the love of God, please read the Google reviews at least. You guys are reading Google reviews anyway because you're like, for restaurants, you're like, hey honey, which restaurant we're going to? I don't know. Check the reviews or something. You should do the same thing like you do for a plumber, also for an attorney, any kind of attorney in general. You gotta read the reviews. They say so much. All right, let me go to Face Queen or Face Queen. Thanks for joining again. Do I think AP will go away under this administration? I don't think so. Okay, I don't think so. But they could make it harder to get approved for the AP. So if you have the ability to apply for advanced parole and you don't have any legal entry from before, you need to apply for advanced parole if you're eligible. The typical people that can apply for that when you're trying to get some kind of stamp to show legal entry, people who have DACA and people who have TPS. You gotta get that shit done ASAP. Because first of all, when you file that application, the 131, I mean, some people get approved in 1 month, 2 months, but generally on average, like 5 months. Okay. So don't buy your flight. Don't buy your bus ticket yet. Thank you so much for your questions. I know someone wanted to join with Jazzy. Let's get Jazzy on. Sorry for the delay. Okay. Maybe I was too slow to get to her. By the way, you don't have to copy and paste your questions. I will do my best to answer as timely as possible. Oh, that's great, Yindi. That's amazing. Okay, Jazzy, it's taking a while for some reason. Maybe you can rejoin if you're still on. What y'all doing this weekend? Anything fun, by the way? I know every time I talk about immigration, it's so depressing. Let's talk about something positive. Anyone want to share something good? Like Yindi got approved. All right, let's get Narav on. Hello? What's going on? How can I help you?
How are you doing, sir?
Good, thanks.
Yeah, just a quick question. I'm under F2B category, India. My priority date is October 7, 2016.
Okay.
And on last bulletin, we got September 22, 2016. So what do you think, when it's going to jump?
2016. And what is your prior date again?
October 7, 2016.
Oh, I mean, it's hard. I don't think any lawyer can make predictions on that, unfortunately. I think you know that, right? So, because some categories like the F2A just sit there for several months. It's probably like half a year at least. So I couldn't tell you. Sorry. But are you in America or abroad right now?
Yeah, I'm in America.
So
I did I-480. I did I-485.
Do you have a do you have non-immigrant visa right now?
Work permit and everything.
Do you have a non-immigrant visa right now?
So I came here on a tourist visa and then I did my 485.
I know, but do you have any visa currently, like valid?
Yes, I have work permit, so I'm on a valid status.
Well, work permit is not a non-immigrant visa. Work permit sounds like you got that because of the 485.
Right.
You're not gonna like this, but it sounds like you overstayed your visa, right?
No.
You didn't? Then what kind of visa did you get after the tourist visa? Did you change to something else?
So my father filed F2B category for me.
Yeah.
And when it got current, I came here and I did adjustment of status.
Okay. Yeah. Well, keep us updated, but that's usually not how it works.
And I traveled as well, and I got back safely, no question, nothing.
Yeah, that'd be interesting. So your I-94 is still valid?
Yes.
Huh. So your case current, your prior day is current, is what you're saying, or it was not? I thought it was not.
No, not yet. Not yet. It's 2 weeks away.
Well, hypothetically.
Yeah.
Well, this will be interesting. Keep us updated, okay? Because typically, if you're here on a enter with a non-immigrant visa, that's good for the 45. That helps with the legal entry part, okay? But then you have to maintain your status. So even when you're here with the valid I-94, the 45 can take a while. You know, the cases I've been talking about, and maybe other attorneys on social media, the cases are much quicker. Those have been like the marriage cases. So, yeah. So you might get an RFE to show that you maintain status. Okay.
I already got RFE back in 2023 to submit my medical, which I did.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
All right, good luck to you. Come back to the channel. Let us know about your case, okay?
Thank
All
you.
right, take
You
care.
all have a good weekend.
You too. Bye. All righty, that will be interesting. Okay, so Edward on YouTube, your wife has K1 based AOS pending. In the meantime, you decide a joint sponsor would be a good friend who got RFE for 864. They got it. They got an RFE also. You make 3x the amount needed for the what we call the windfall, the difference. Will this affect your wife's AOS? I mean, affidavit support is important, but was it RFE for yourself, Edward, or for your friend? Well, if you make more than, well, then why do you have a joint sponsor? I'm a little confused about that. If you make 3x the amount needed, because you didn't. Oh, you're the joint sponsor. Oh, for a good friend. Oh, that's nice of you. That's nice of you. Even to join my live show, because most people are not joint sponsors or join. Okay. Okay, yeah. It is normal to have a joint sponsor. That's very kind of you. Yeah, it's normal. It's not a bad thing. The officers don't look at it like worse or anything like that, if that's what you mean. Let's give Edward a shout out. That's very nice, because a lot of people, oh, will this affect your own wife's case? Well, on the form A64, it shouldn't, because you said yours 3x. So it depends on how many people in your household. Okay, so I'm sure you already looked at this, but when you Google search 864P, look at how many people in your household, and technically the rules are, it includes dependents who are not even living in your home, but they may show up in your tax return. So what we do is rely on the tax return. Who shows up as a dependent on the tax return, okay? But it sounds like it should not, based on you saying it's 3x what's needed. So I see a couple of people want to join a live show. Okay, I'll see y'all get Carol, and then on deck is Eleanor's. And if you want to join on YouTube and Facebook, you're welcome to do that. Click email down below. All right, Carol, what's going on?
Hi, John. I'm always like just updating on my case.
Yeah.
I'm the I-140 and 485.
That's right.
EB2 recently became current as of June, since the visa jumped to October.
Yes.
And my priority date is July. So yesterday we just filed to upgrade my I-140 to premium processing until I became current. But I guess I'm just like, the timeline for that I-140, is it the 15 days or is it 45 days
For I-140.
for premium processing for the I-140?
Oh, let me see if we can bring it up on my other laptop here. Premium processing for I-140, it shows 15 business days.
15 business days? Okay. All right. So I'll just wait. But yeah, they've been looking, because I know how to look at my 45. They've just been looking at my case every other month. But they can't do anything until my I-140 has been processed. But I got my EAD,
right,
and I got a combo card 2
great.
months after that application. So
okay, that's good. Let me just double check something. You said the 45 days. I was trying to see where it has 45 days for other people. I don't.
Yeah, I did see, even on Reddit, I saw a couple people saying it is 45 days, and then refund is processed. So I'm not too sure what exactly is right.
I'm just trying to rely on the government website, of course.
Okay.
Let's see real quick. There's so many different pages, so it takes a moment. I do recall seeing a chart. Okay. This is okay. 45 business days for a I-140 for the multinational, so EB1C, and then I-140 for national interest waiver classification E21. So I don't remember which one you filed.
No, I just EB2.
Okay. Then it should be 15 days for the default is 15 days for the rest.
Okay, perfect. All right,
All right.
thank you.
Keep us updated. All right. Take care.
And I'll update as the process goes.
All right, cool. Thanks, Carol.
Thank you.
Take care. All right. We always love hearing good news, even if you're not a client. That's okay. We love hearing good news. Because what else are we going to rather listen to? Orange Man? Nah, man, come on. That guy, oh my God. Every week is some blumber from that guy. Can you believe what he did to the South African president? That's like a disgrace. Like, he tried to pull out receipts of some kind of alleged genocide. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what's going on in South Africa, but that's just kind of weird how he brought it up. Anyway. Oh, God save America. Any God. Let's get Eleanor's, and then on deck is Ishmael.
Hello, can you hear me?
Hello, yes. Welcome.
Hi, how are you doing?
Good, thanks. You doing okay this week?
Yes.
All right.
So I have a question. I'm currently doing the adjustment of status. I'm the petitioner, the
Okay.
U.S. citizen
Mhm.
spouse, and petitioning my husband. He has entered with a B1, B2 tourist visa. He has overstayed it.
Okay.
We recently did the adjustment of status. We filed it with a priority date, March 21st.
Mhm.
And it's like,
Or when did you start a joint account? Maybe.
sorry, the connection went out.
Oh, okay. Maybe it's on my end. When did you join a checking account together?
We don't currently have a joint account together, but I did provide. We did apply with an attorney.
Okay.
And I did provide like a year's worth of like all my bank statements showing all of the Zelle transaction that he has sent me.
Okay.
We've been married for 6 years.
Okay.
We have like 6 apartment leases, letters of support from his side, my side, joint insurance, vision, medical, dental, all of that. We provided up front as well. Pictures.
I'm impressed. You've been married 6 years, but not one checking account together. What about like a credit card statement account together?
He's an authorized user on my credit card.
Okay, so bring updated credit card statements for that.
Okay. But do you think it's it might have broken out when you responded.
Okay.
Do you think it's a good thing or a bad thing that the interview was scheduled so fast?
In general, good thing, but for some people it could be a bad thing if they don't have any evidence. But you've been married for 6 years, so that's a good thing.
Yeah.
Right? So
yeah.
Inherently you should have more evidence than most people, because most people, they get married and then like a couple months later they file an application. So then they wouldn't have that much evidence. So I think that's what the government is trying to do, like kind of trick people in a way, not realize that, because unfortunately some attorneys allow people to just file with just a marriage certificate, and that's not enough. But you guys know that because you have the leases and things like that you mentioned already.
Yeah, we provided all 6 years worth of leases.
Wonderful.
There was another one we had, like our very first one, but I couldn't find it.
Yeah,
the apartment didn't have it anymore. I provided photos as well, with family and friends. I know that's not really like primary evidence.
No, it's still helpful though. We consider like that secondary in a sense. So that's good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
His family, my family, we all like have like letters of support as well.
Okay.
His EAD though hasn't been approved yet, so that's what kind of made me a little nervous. I was like, we got the interview notice
Oh,
so
yeah.
fast, but still pending the EAD. You know, mainly I'm a bit nervous because obviously he is out of status at this time. He does have a few tickets as well, and we provided certified court disposition letters up front.
That's
with
good.
the police clearance letter for the county where everything is in.
Okay, great.
So I've just been pretty nervous with like seeing everything on the news.
Yeah,
The political environment we're in right now. I'm like, is this a trick?
Kind of, but for you, you guys sounds like you're going to be fine. You've been married for 6 years in that sense. No arrest, just traffic tickets. The officers don't care about traffic tickets, but it's good to let them know about it. Because technically it does ask.
He does have 2 arrests where he was held overnight for public intoxication. It was just like he got the citation and they took him in because it was public intoxication for a few hours and then let him go. The next morning he paid the ticket. One of them was dismissed deferred disposition.
Okay. That's
the
good.
other was just pled no contest.
Yeah.
So that's kind of like the worry as well with those. But like I said, we do have attorney representation.
They're gonna go to the interview with you too?
I plan to, have them come with us.
And prep you for the interview?
Yeah, that's gonna be next week.
Okay, good. Where, if you don't mind sharing, where's yours located? Which field office location?
It'll be Irving.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm usually there too. There in Houston. Okay, so I know a lot of attorneys in Dallas, so I'm sure you got a good one.
Yeah, we went through. We're currently going through Chavez and Valco. I don't know if you're familiar with them.
Yeah, I've heard good things.
Okay, that's reassuring.
Yeah, no worries. Yeah, my main thing is making sure people are prepared because and you have one schedule with that law firm because some people that join live and they already had the interview ask that question because it sounds like they weren't prepared. And then, and it was true. They weren't prepared. They didn't have a lawyer there. And that's concerning. So especially like right now, sharing these tips with you about the checking account, credit card statement. And do you use a credit card statement or credit card?
In the beginning, no, we did. I would use it mainly.
Okay.
And then I realized that it's kind of hard to do things when you don't have a valid social.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. But I realized I was able to add him with that right when we had applied. So I do have a statement showing
Okay. Now,
with both of us using it.
Okay, that's good. Now, y'all want to bring your credit card or debit card together? I've only had an officer ask one time, but you never know. So just bring it, even though I don't personally use debit card that often. And
do you think it helps that I gave him all of my bank statements for all of 2024 to show consistent sale transactions every 2 weeks? Do you think I should provide other years worth of
transaction to show that there's activity, or are you giving money to your husband or something?
To show that even though we don't have a joint account, he sends me money for bills.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah, that's good. But yeah, it doesn't have to be more than a year. Usually we ask clients to bring the last 6 months.
Okay, I already provided up front with our application every month's worth of bank statement for all of 2024.
Okay.
I wasn't sure if I should bring more from other years, if that would help, if they want to see that, or if it's just overdoing it.
So this is what I tell clients. You have a folder. You can have the other years. If it gives you peace of mind to have it, just have it ready. I've had clients that bring what kind of, you call it, the accordion kind of file. So they have different slots for stuff. I wouldn't give them everything, just give them the most recent first. And if for some reason they're blah, 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 asking for more, then you can bring them, share it, and let them know which years is for, so they don't have to go through it. By the way, do not staple anything. If you want to put it together, use the paperclip. Don't staple it because
Okay, that's
they'll
what I
scan
did.
it. Yeah. So
I guess mainly I'm just nervous because like they scheduled us so fast, and then of course with those 2 arrests for public intoxication. I
Mhm.
mean, he's doesn't drink. It's been a while. It's been some years already. I mean, everything's been taken care of.
He's not a closet drinker.
Okay. I'm a bit nervous about that.
I've had some fraternity brothers get some PI, so I understand that. I don't think it's I don't think that should affect their immigration, but yeah, they want to see that certified copy for disposition. Sounds like you gave some version of it, so that's fine. Yeah, people
We
getting
did.
okay, good.
Yeah.
And then you mentioned about the EAD, the work permit. That's okay. People that get scheduled so quickly get approved quickly. You don't even need the work permit anymore because then you would just when he gets a job and you show the identification ability to work, the green card is good enough. Mm-hmm. Okay. All right.
Alrighty then. Well, I won't hold you on for too long. I'm sure you have other people asking questions. I appreciate your help and hope you have a good holiday weekend.
Thank you. You too. Just give me a couple taps. That's all. All right. Take care. All right. Bye.
Yes. Thank you.
All right. All right. So, really appreciate all the questions, even if you have an attorney. If you have an attorney. And then if you do talk to your attorney, you're like, you know what? Whatever. And let's say they give you the same tips. You're like, you know what? I appreciate that. John already told me. All right. I know Ismail's next. I do want to respond to Annie. Annie asks, shouldn't your lawyer educate you on all this? Absolutely. But, to be honest, like, I don't. It depends on the situation in terms of, like, in my perspective, because I don't mind sharing. But, some law firms, I'm not sure about hers, but some law firms don't have, like, a self-scheduled link. And for us here at Green Card Guys, we make it hella easy for you. We make it really easy. You could just self-schedule. You don't even have to call us. You don't have to email us and say, hey, can I schedule? You just click the link and schedule. Okay. So, Hair by Shelly, viable cases usually take about 36 months. If you get it done earlier, let us know. If it takes more than 36 months for you, let us know. By the way, real quick, if you have a pending case, you filed it, your attorney filed it, it's pending, it's processing, put the letter P in the comments. Put the letter P in the comments, okay? I'd like to have an idea also like how long it's taking. If I'm just going to assume by default it's adjustment of status case, but if it's a petition only, if you don't mind putting the month and year as well, that way if I come across your comment, that maybe I can share some insights. Maybe it's taking too long. I also have in the LINK. If you're on YouTube and Facebook, it looks like that. I have an LINK. If you're on TikTok, it looks like this, or Instagram, kind of looks like the same thing. Click on that, and then because you scroll down, there's a box that says take a poll. We're trying to provide you real-time insights. Like the best I can do right now is like just screenshotting what it shows on USCIS.gov. But if you don't mind sharing, taking a poll, it's anonymous. You can put your name and email if you want, but I wouldn't share that to the world in a sense. And especially if you don't have an attorney, we can provide you a courtesy update. Okay, we can input your receipt number into our new system that apparently has been giving us more real-time updates. Okay, if you want that. Okay, but please take that poll, put in your receipt number, what kind of application it is, because my team is going to create a I guess you call it like a graph, a bar graph or something, to give you all a better idea. Please add 131. Okay, I'll do that. Let me write that down. Thank you, Elsie. Yeah, yours is at 131 situation. Okay. Now, as I get Ismail on, someone asked 751 cases. That could take about 3 to 4 years. Oh, I guess that person went away. Let me invite him again. Let's see if he joins. In the meantime, let me try to scroll back down. Oh, there he goes.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, good afternoon. So
Yes.
my name is I'm Ishmael.
Yes,
I
sir.
also somewhere last month we went for interview. So just the next day we had the one I-130 approved, but and the RFE was sent for 485 for medicals because they say the medicals that we submitted was incorrect. So we did another medicals and submitted. Till date, the the I-485 is still pending. Nothing has changed.
Yeah.
So are we on course or
When
we
was
should
your
just
interview?
be on the lookup? Pardon?
When was your interview?
That was last night. No, that was 10th March.
This year?
Yes.
Which year? 2024, 2025? Oh, he got a phone call. We were
It's not
so
phone call. It's
okay.
not phone call. I think it's my network.
Okay. Well, when was your interview? Which March? This year? Last year?
March 10th. This year, March 10th,
Okay.
2025.
And then when was your case filed?
The case was 2024.
Okay.
I think also March. No. May.
Okay.
2024.
And so
you went for the interview this year. That was March 2025. So the next day, the I-130 was approved.
okay.
But the I-485 is still under review.
Okay, I understand that. Sorry, I'm trying to get through y'all's questions so I can go to a lot of people. So y'all don't have to repeat the same thing. When did they ask you for the medical? Before the interview or after the interview?
No, when they sent a letter for approval to our mail, and they sent also a letter for RFE for the medical.
Oh, okay. I'll probably wait about 6 months before I file a lawsuit on your case. Okay. Hopefully you don't need us, but the 485, for those that don't know, the I-130 is for the bona fides of the marriage. So that's why that's approved, because you took care of that. Now the medical exam, okay, the results of that is for the 485 because that's about you. You're the beneficiary. So they sent you the RFE, so they're waiting on that. If you're wondering like why is it delayed, because they don't have a good workflow. That's why it's very surprising, probably to y'all, everyone else, that they seem to be scheduling people, not for you, but you've waited a year at least. But a lot of recent cases have been scheduled within a month or two. It's kind of surprising, but they usually don't have a good workflow, especially after RFE. So if it's 6 months after an interview since March, contact my office again, and we'll talk about mandamus option. Okay, lawsuit. Okay.
That's okay.
And we have a guide in our. What do you mean that's okay? I'm kind of curious.
What you just said, you said that you contact after 6 months so that
Yeah.
we can do
So go to my guide, because here's the thing. People ask these questions when delayed. I'm not trying to give you a hard time. It's just that people want to do certain things, right? You may want to go on vacation or something. You want to get a better job, better paying job, but the government is not on your side. There's no workflow. They don't know when they're going to handle the next case. It's a shit show, more or less. And I know when I go to the interview, and they have stacks of cases. So they don't give priority to anyone. Whatever files on their desk, they're just going to take care of in that moment. So with RFE, when it's at the field office, it can be difficult and they can lose track. I wish you all the best, but if it gets to 6 months after March, then you definitely need to contact us at Green Card Guys. Okay. Wish you the best. Take care. You're welcome. So you gotta have that plan of action, y'all. That's what I'm trying to get at. If I share, because you're not the only one, Ismail, but other people, if I give you some kind of like, what do you call, like a marker date in the future, put it on your calendar, y'all. Let's say Ismail was the or even for Ismail's spouse or partner, whoever sponsored them, and that person like kind of itching, like yo, bro, you told me we're gonna go on a vacay, like what's going on with your case? Like some people, especially in a marriage case, usually sometimes it's one spouse or the other. It's not always a U.S. citizen. It's not always the immigrant beneficiary. One of them cares more about their legal status. I know, it's kind of interesting. And all right. So if you found it, I know there's 3 more people on the live show guest list here. I'm going to get to y'all very soon. If you found this helpful, anything I shared, okay, on your respective channel, click the plus sign to follow or subscribe wherever it shows up on your platform, okay? Again, there is no obligation to contact us, but if you need help, if you want peace of mind, if I don't answer your question in a timely manner, then you definitely do need to contact us, because there's probably like 100 questions I need to get to. Joanna, you just got granted yesterday. Now you have to wait 4 years to receive your green card. Was it U visa or something? Is that what you're talking about? Joanna, I'm gonna invite join as a guest. Let me get Charles, and then on deck is Joffrey, and after Joffrey is Guizela, Miss Salazar. Let's get Charles. Hello.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. How can I help you?
Peace and blessings. Thank you so much for taking my call.
Absolutely.
And thank you for your information and inspiration.
Happy to help. What's your situation today?
So the I-130 was approved by, I guess, USCIS, I think that's
Yes.
right, and NVC last May 24th. I'm in America. I'm the petitioner.
Okay.
And my wife is in Sierra Leone. And so I guess my question is, at what point should I be concerned about her interview time? Should I be waiting a year? Should I be waiting 2 years? Should I be waiting 3 years? Is there like
A time
a
frame?
time for me to be concerned?
I think you said your petition's approved. What's that? What have you done after that?
The USC got approved last year,
Mhm.
and the NV got approved. So now everything's been paid, and now
Gotcha.
it's
Okay.
time for the U.S.
Interview.
Embassy
Mhm.
in Sierra Leone to set up an interview.
Okay, so you say got approved at NVC. So I think what you mean is that you received an email, most likely about documentarily
Yes.
qualified or completed. Okay.
Yep.
And-
Everything is completed and paid for on my end here in America.
Very good. Unfortunately, yes, I would say minimum 1 year after that for the visa interview. Some people get it sooner. And I don't know why it's so long in African countries, because some countries don't have that many applicants. So that's why I allege, I don't have proof, I don't have the receipts, but that's why I allege that I think there's some discriminatory work going on behind the scenes that we don't know in terms of slowing down people get the interview. So that's why in terms of filing a lawsuit, I would wait at least 1 year. It sounds like you're about that time.
Yeah, it'll be 1 year, May 24th.
Okay.
Tomorrow.
So if
and
you,
I have and what I have done since August, emailed, filled out the form. I did ask for an expedite because she's been robbed, abused, and I think that's because being married to an American.
yeah, somehow people find out. It's pretty crazy, I guess, social media wise, how they find out. But and does she file a police report by any chance?
Yes. And they caught two of the gentlemen, two separate guys.
Okay. And did you provide
at
that?
two different times?
Did
One was in April, one was in October.
Did you provide that as proof to National Visa Center for expedite?
I sure did, along with pictures of the bodily injuries.
I would try one more time. You never know. Just try one more time because maybe that you did that like maybe 6 months ago or so.
No. Well, sir, I do it every month.
You do it every month?
August, September, October,
My
November,
goodness.
and I just sent one out today.
Okay. Well, you're
They
very
keep
proactive.
saying
That's great.
It's not.
Mhm.
They're saying it's not an emergency. It's not an expedite thing. And I'm like, well, what do you need the person to do? Die?
Right. What other kind of, yeah, exactly. Um, so when it's at least 1 year, which it is nearly 1 year for you, or wait, no, it's May 23rd today. So um, talk to my team if you have time. Consider learn about mandamus um, to see if you and your wife are comfortable doing that. Okay, we do it for many people who are waiting, whether it's in America or outside.
Okay, could you repeat that? You got cut off.
Oh, sorry. Welcome to schedule a meeting with my team to learn more about mandamus lawsuit. And if you schedule during live show, you can do this option right here: pre-qualify session with one of my client care specialists.
Yeah.
They're not attorneys, but they share information that I train them about.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
I'm actually videotaping so I can see that information.
Okay, sure. Let me go
Then
back.
what do
The other option, if you want to
how-
skip them and you want to talk directly to me or one of my associates, then you could do that. It just costs more. But
Okay.
here's the first one I was sharing. If you want to screenshot that, you can call that
Yep,
number.
I got it.
Alrighty.
Thank you so
All right.
much. I appreciate you and keep up the great work.
Thank you,
I
Charles.
wish you much, much, much success.
Thank you, Charles. Have a great day.
You're
Talk
welcome.
to you soon.
Yep,
Bye-bye.
you too. Bye-bye.
There's just so much to share. Congrats to Joanna. Again, love to hear great news. I probably got about 15 minutes left. And I know in 15 minutes I'm not going to be able to answer everyone's question. So again, thank you so much for your trust. If I'm not able to answer a question, you know what to do. Click follow, +sign, click the bell for future notification on your respective channel. If you're on TikTok, please follow on the other channels because we don't know what's going to happen to this app. We have no idea. If you do, if you got the inside scoop, let me know. All right. I mean, even if an American company buys it, we already know it's not going to be the same. Let's see here. So, and please take the poll. That's on my LINK, the link. But again, congrats to Joanna. That cancellation removals are always difficult cases. So, but you said you have a question. Oh, is there another way to get it sooner? 4 years. Oh, okay. So it sounds like you got some kind of conditional approval, quasi approval, because yeah, there's a limitation. I think it's 1,000. I think it's only 1,000 cancellation removal approvals per year, like where they can issue the green card. Isn't that ridiculous? Only 1,000. I'm pretty sure because U visa is 10,000, and even then, I think that's not enough. I mean, honestly, that should be unlimited. It's crazy. Cancellation removal, U visas should be unlimited. Congress, that's the thing. If y'all have connections with Congress, an elected official, you give them some donations. Can you put in a word for them? I can give you a long list. There's like at least 50 things that I would like to propose to change, and this is one of them. They need to remove the cap. So someone like Joanna can get her green card today. Spectrum to join live is down. You're on TikTok, so down here below. Let me answer a couple on YouTube. Edward, you filed it in adjustment status November 2024. Okay, so it's not that long ago, but cases that we filed in January and into now, present time, we're definitely getting those interviews like really quickly. So what that tells us on our end, front end of a case before we file is to tell our clients, like, look, you might not like this, but I mean, you'll like getting the interview date sooner. But what you won't like is that we're gonna bug you and keep calling you to get more evidence because we want to file as thorough as a package evidence-wise so that at the interview, because at the interview, 10 minutes. My last losing track. Jack. Oh, again. Does that work? Voila. That's weird. Click on your name. Denver slow. Oh man, sorry to hear that. Okay, I don't know why.
And then I got separated, obviously, because I'm much older now from when their case started. And then my case, I don't know, it has a cancellation of removal.
Okay.
And that's what my EAD is filed under.
Right. Okay. Wow. This case started when you were a child, a minor?
Yeah, so my parents were political asylees.
Mm-hmm.
And my dad actually, he got approved. My mom didn't. She was deported in 2014. And then my siblings and I were removed from my dad's case.
Okay.
And we had been pursuing our own cases since then.
Okay.
So for us, they said that there was actually no pathway. So my siblings actually got DACA. And my attorney advised for me, because at the time I already had children, for me to just go ahead and file for a cancellation of removal. So now, like I've said, I've had EAD since 2014, filing on a cancellation of removal. And my current one is valid until 2030. So I'm just, I don't know.
So now, so do you still have that attorney? Have you contacted?
Actually, no, she just retired. So I'm retaining a new attorney.
Okay.
And
where's your case?
She won't. I won't be seeing the new attorney until next week, and then my hearing is June 3rd.
Oh, snap. Okay. Well, today's Friday.
I was notified just yesterday that it was recalendared, and the notice went out from the court on May 19th.
Oh, that's effed up. Okay, where's your case located?
Arizona.
Arizona. Okay. I know several attorneys there. The one you have is in Arizona also? Or
Yes.
talking to?
Yes.
Okay. I'm sure. Yeah, update them as soon as possible if you can. Because you hired them, right? So yeah, then they
Yes.
okay. So then because they might not get the notification, right? Because he or she likely has not like inputted their information into the court system yet. So yeah, please email them or call them today about that. And then but the good thing is that you have an application filed already, cancellation removal.
Yeah.
So that way it's not like playing backwards or from scratch in a sense. So what could happen, I don't want to speak for your attorney, but what could happen is that when you go to court is it scheduled for a master calendar hearing?
It is.
Okay, good. So because when you see individual hearing, that means a final trial. We don't want that yet, but because you need time to prepare.
Yes.
But what could happen at this next hearing for you in early June is that the judge could schedule it for a final trial, an individual hearing.
And that court date would be.
I have no idea.
Like another day. It won't be same day.
No,
right?
no, not the same day. It could be like 6 months later. It could be a year later. Depends on the how backlogged your court in Arizona is. It Phoenix probably?
No, it's in Tucson.
Tucson. Okay. Yeah, it depends how backlogged it is.
And I guess too, like, should I be concerned that I would be arrested?
I know that's a concern recently. I just uploaded a video about that. Likely not for you because you've been here for so long. The anecdote information from other attorneys I've read about and heard about is for people there seem to be picking up people who are arresting people who have been here for only 2 years or less. Okay. So I know it's definitely a concern for a lot of people, but I don't expect that to happen for you. But of course, ask your attorney too.
Okay.
Okay.
And obviously, I've been reading just about it being administratively closed. And I know that there's been a lot of people that are getting their cases dismissed and then immediately getting arrested. Is that potential for myself as well?
Well, that's the thing. The stories I've read about the news directly from attorneys is that it was dismissed because it was for people who are had 2 years or less in America. I think it's a setup in that sense. But in general, getting a case dismissed is good. But you already filed cancellation removal, so I don't know. Your attorney could advise there. It's a tough one. You know, that's just the anecdotal information we have received that we share amongst each other attorneys. But I haven't heard yet someone who has lived here more than 2 years and then got arrested this week.
Okay.
This week. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, you're always welcome, even though you have an attorney. Welcome. Tune in. Okay, in the future.
Okay.
Good luck to you.
Thank you.
Okay. Take care. Bye. Alrighty. Yeah, Tony. I don't know what's going on. Like my internet shows full strength, but we just switched to AT&T Air fiber, and so I didn't really understand what was going on. Okay, maybe that's it. So we got Spectrum. Get Spectrum on. Hello, Spectrum.
Hey, John, can you hear me okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so YouTube comments are really limited. So I'm the one that had the joint I-864 in the YouTube comments. I wanted to kind of clarify a little bit if I could.
Sure.
So my wife came on a K1 on August 30th, and we married and filed within the 90 days. That was November 18th, 2024, like I put in the comments.
Okay, that's right.
Our friends filed a month after us. And in January, they got an RFE for their I-864 because her husband is self-employed, and you know all the complications with that.
Yeah, they don't like it for some reason.
No. So we talked about it, and I offered to be a joint sponsor for them. So our household size is 2 with just the 2 of us, and then obviously now it's 3. Even with it being 3, I still make over 3 times the minimum for 125% of the poverty level.
Okay.
My wife is concerned, now looking back, that this might affect her application of status. She thinks that this is why there's a delay.
No, that's not.
I said that we could just bring an updated I-864 to the interview if needed. But the one that we joint sponsored isn't even approved yet, so that there's no somebody that isn't.
Yeah, I don't think that's the reason it's slow. What month and year did you say you filed your case?
We filed in November of 2024, so it's been just about 6 months.
Okay, yeah, that's technically not that long. I've told people even when it was, currently President Trump administration, to expect it to take around average 12 months. And like I said, recently we've had cases of getting scheduled pretty quickly. So it is unfortunate. People who file a while ago, again, even though yours not too long ago, they seem to be fast tracking cases that were recently filed. It's like last in, first out kind of deal.
They sure do.
Without them actually informing people. I didn't see that policy by anyone. So it's kind of like, I think it's another trap. I mean, it's a good thing it's scheduled. It's just some people just got recently married, so they don't have enough evidence yet. So that's why I think it's a trap in a sense.
Right. Well, we didn't have a whole ton of evidence when we filed because she came in on the K-1. So we had a little bit, we had one joint bank account. But in the meantime, we have been uploading every month. We upload more evidence on the portal under unsolicited evidence. Is that a good thing to do?
Yeah, that's good. That's good. Yeah. And by the time you have the interview, just bring the updated last 6 months or so, just in case. The online system seems to be better lately.
Yeah,
but yeah. Okay.
Okay, good. Yeah, we've made a paper copy, paper clipped everything together to make sure that we have all that backup to bring with us just in case.
Okay, good.
But we've been uploading joint banks, joint credit cards, pictures of us.
Perfect.
The boarding passes and pictures of a trip we took, kind of our unofficial honeymoon, that kind of thing.
Oh, that's good. Was that in Colorado?
Yeah, we're living in Denver. We actually took a trip to Florida back in March.
New scenery. Okay, that's good.
Yeah, I heard that the Denver field office is super slow too. So.
Yeah, there's several across the country. I'm surprised Texas seems much quicker than compared to elsewhere, but yeah, I'm surprised Denver is slow.
We have some friends actually that just filed in March at the San Jose field office, and they got an interview for June 13th already.
Oh wow! Okay.
So it's frustrating for my wife. You gotta manage expectations and say every case is different.
Yeah, and just tell your wife too. Like it's nothing. Your case is not delayed. I don't think because of 864 issue concerns or questions about that. There's no rhyme or reason. And if there's any reason, could be because Trump administration is doing some last in first out. So the most recent file gets scheduled sooner.
Right.
We just catch people off guard.
And it's since they're doing interviews for almost everybody now, it's basically dependent on the field office availability too, right?
Definitely, absolutely. And some field offices have more employees than others, but the other reason why they have a capacity to do that is because they have the federal mandate across the board return to work the workload, the physical location.
Yes.
So that's why
Yeah.
that's why it's kind of a good thing for you guys, for us.
Right. I think Denver, the last time I checked the USCIS website, Denver's 80% of cases stat is 20.5 months. So.
Oh, really? Yeah, that's what I was trying to pull up for you right now. It's being a little slow. Okay, one moment. Let me see here. Yep, 20.5 is what I see. Yeah, it's crazy.
So it's with us being 6 months into the application, she already got her EAD, so she's working.
That's good.
And she got that like 51 days after we filed, so that was pretty quick.
Yeah, that's good.
But everything else.
To give you an idea, they kind of go a little on the higher end when they say 80% of cases, because like Dallas, I just saw, I think maybe 12 months. Houston, I see right now 17 months. But like I said, like
There you go. I can hear you now.
okay, good deal. What I was saying is that when it shows online, like Houston, I see 17 months, but again, like it's kind of more like a range of time, not so much like an average. So
yeah,
which is a better thing. Better have it as a range. Okay. All right.
Just hoping and praying for an interview here soon. Thank you so much,
Absolutely.
John. I appreciate you.
All right. Talk to you soon. Take care. This internet is being a little funky right now for some odd reason. So if anyone has any questions, you're welcome to follow, click the bell for future notifications on your respective platform. And of course, if you want to schedule a meeting, ready to take action, you read our Google reviews, schedule a meeting right there. If you're on TikTok, if you're on Facebook, YouTube, that'll be this link. Okay. All right, y'all. Since the internet is a bit crappy right now, and plus it's been in over an hour, thank you so much. Have a great Friday. Okay, take care. And Maria, sorry, my answer is vague because I didn't have enough information in your question there. How to balance the removal proceeding case admin closed by immigration judge in 2014. Then you got U visa, BFL. I think you need a scheduled meeting because I know you're trying to fit in a lot of things in one box, but I don't know what you're trying to do. You want to try to get your case dismissed, or and then for Arif, yes, it's tough. You need to get scheduled for interview, but the thing is, those returning resident applications, most of them, they refuse it. So you really have to have a strong reason of why you were outside America. All right, y'all have a good weekend. Take care.